Episode 1 of Invasion begins in the Arabian Desert in Yemen. An explosion overhead paves way for a meteor to rocket down to Earth and skid across the sandy surface. Dust clouds pick up as this cylindrical core suddenly lets out a piercing shriek and blasts the poor, unsuspecting farmer across the desert. Cut forward to Oklahoma, and John Bell Tyson prepares for another day on the job. His last day, in fact. His wife is quick to remind him retirement isn't the end, as Tyson silently steps out the door and makes his way into the office. First port of call: a stolen truck. Only, crop circles out in the yard and a strange figure eight of birds swooping and circling are incredibly unnerving signs. So naturally, Bell heads out to take a look. There's a massive crater in the middle of these crops and nearby an abandoned car. As Bell takes a closer look, a whole plague of locusts come crashing through the crops. Daniel, the missing man around these parts, is nowhere to be seen, and Bell is convinced that he's been taken. But by whom? This singular event seems to pave way for a massive epidemic across in Long Island, where the Malik family reconvene in the hospital. All kids at the nearby school have come down with nosebleeds, apart from Luke. Anisha and Ahmed are obviously worried about their kids and try to reassure them that everything will be okay. Sarah, their daughter, is still bleeding as they drive to see Dr. Lockhart. All the vitals come back absolutely fine for her, so the doctor advises the family just to take it easy. For Luke, though, it appears he's playing up the chosen one trope in this. Anyway, Ahmed slips away that night, and it turns out he's actually cheating on Anisha. She follows a tracker to a secluded house and leaves her kids in the car while she witnesses him doing this firsthand. Distraught and angry, Anisha stuffs her face with food when she gets home, while the kids sleep on the sofa. His lover, Amanda Hornsby, has a whole profile set up on LinkedIn, and Anisha decides to go through and like every single post. When Ahmed eventually returns home, the pair butt heads, but everything soon goes awry when a power cut rocks the house. Fires are spread throughout the neighborhood, as it appears this incident is not isolated. In Tokyo, Japan, a businesswoman called Captain Mirai attends a press conference for JASA. She's preparing for her longest stay aboard the I.S.S, which is crucial to planning longer missions further afield. Overseeing this mission is the very clever Mitsuki Yamato, who works in communications. She runs a diagnostic on board the shuttle, but it soon becomes clear that her and Mirai have some chemistry together. The checks finish and the plane takes off, ready to make it to the ISS. The launch is a success and Yamato eventually heads back to her apartment. Up in the Hoshi 12 space shuttle, something rips right through the hull, and the quiet soon turns to stunned silence as these astronauts are almost certainly killed. Back on Earth, Bell prepares for his retirement, but he's not in a particularly celebratory mood. As he heads back to the crop circle and asks the Lord for a sign, a strange tentacle darts him in the back of the neck and kills him outright. As the camera pans up, an invisible ship flies away. We're not alone.